to Ndigbo Media channel. If you're new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button. Remember to click on the bell icon for notifications. So whenever Ndigbo Media channel uploads new videos, you'll be one of those to notify. In the happenings of the National Assembly, Ndigbo Media channel asks, did Ndigbo lose anything in the election that saw the Senate President, the Deputy Senate President, Speaker of the House, Deputy Speaker of the House, the President, the Attorney General of the Federation, the Vice President? Nothing came their way. Did they lose anything? In Igbo, we will say, "Onwegi ihe anyị lozuru," meaning we didn't lose anything. Onye nọ n'anị anaghị atụzi ụjọ ada. He who is down no longer fears any further fall. We really do not know what Igbo politicians were expecting. Those who were true to themselves saw what happened in Abuja on Tuesday. Many years ago, we saw that already. We kept saying it. There is nothing you can do to belong where you are not wanted. There are two things. It is either you are too good for them or you are too bad. There is no in between. Everybody that is Igbo is being painted in the same brush because the thinking of 1967, 1970, the 3 years of that war has never departed their brains. But if after being the leader in every sector of Nigeria and you were raised down to the rubbles and without any sympathy, restitution, or federal help for you to build yourself back right on track, adjudged the most developed part of Nigeria, educationally, economically, and otherwise, then you already know how bad you are. Nigeria, and indeed APC, does not hate Igbos because we didn't vote for APC. Far from that, and this is a fact we must get right. If you have voted for APC, it wouldn't have changed anything. Trust me, it wouldn't have changed anything. There will be other reasons to deny you a seat or a seat at the table. We said this before. Igbos do not play politics of slavery. Igbos just don't know how to follow one Alhaji or one Baba blindly. They don't. We don't understand it. And we never understood it. And we cannot play it. That is what our crime is. It is funny that one of the basic human instincts is freedom. And yet, you glorify yourself as being follow to someone or to some people who are only better than you because they have the opportunity or opportuned and turn around to call themselves man who defines his own political path and choices. This is being political unaware. And you are political aware because one man sits in his home and decides who becomes the governor or who governs your state, who becomes your representative, who becomes the National Assembly leadership. And tomorrow you will come and stand and talk where free men, freeborn are talking. No single Igbo man or woman was disappointed at what happened. Rather, our point has been proven time and time again that Buhari and his government has nothing to offer. We have already been a people of self-help. And that is how we rise and shine. Come to any Igbo community. The secondary schools there were built by us, our parents. Come to any Igbo community. Every single electric pole you see were donated by people of the community. Most of the roads, the small roads that goes into people's compound, are being tiled by our sons and our daughters. The only people who are disappointed with what happened with the National Assembly are those few Igbo elements, the Ojikalos, the Okorochas, who conveniently use Igbo names in pursuit of their personal agenda, but will silently slither away when the Igbo nation needs a strong voice, only to watch from a distance for the likes of Abaribe, Senator Abaribe, and the Nyanwodo to speak for Ndigbo. And thank God that Abaribe and Nyangodo have been speaking the voices and the voice of the Igbo nation. We have said it before, and we are repeating it. Igbos play a very different type of politics. They do not believe that one man is inherently better than everyone else. They do not believe that there is just that one man on whose head lies the responsibility to rule over everyone else. Igbos are Republicans, and they believe in everyone's input. That's why if you go to any Igbo community, even where you have Igwe, every Igbo community has always made it that the Igweship, the leadership of community heads, must be rotatory, because there is one motto that guides Ndigbo, which is Ibiri Kambiri. Translated in English means live and let me live. That is what makes Ndigbo tick. No Buhari nor Tinubu can hold sway in a place like Igbo land. That is why you see everyone on a race to be better than his brother and not line up in one man's house waiting for handouts like they do. You saw the lesson Ndigbo taught Okorocha when he wanted to bring his son-in-law to replace him in Imo State. And Ndigbo said, no, we have given you chance twice in as much as you failed us, but we cannot sit back and watch you to take over this state again. That is why we have remained in the best WAEC, JAMB and university admission, graduating students in medicine, in law, engineering, in numerous health and economic indices for years running. Some have argued, oh, they have magic centers. And we asked them in Pidgin Parlance, now so it's easy to run WAEC Magic Center, run yours. We gave opportunity to only those who deserve it. Buhari emphasis was never a good choice in 2015. And it would amount to lack of brain use, not, to support him again in 2019. Something that didn't work in 2015. How can it work in 2019? Ndigbo was right in 2015. They have been proven wrong again in 2019. So, don't be disturbed, my brothers and sisters as Ndigbo. When they say Igbos don't love themselves or don't know politics, laugh. If we would love ourselves by allowing Oju Okalu or Okorocha to represent us as Ndigbo, allowing him to run Imo by proxy, then we don't want to love ourselves. Igbos don't love themselves, yet they take someone from another state, from one part of Igbo, let them serve them for 7 years, settles them, give them money, give them advice, propel them to be on their own and to march forward, yet they don't love themselves. Tell me which part of Igbo land engages in the apprenticeship that even the British are coming back to understudy what makes them tick. Go to Nnewi today, you will see the meaning of apprenticeship and the meaning of Onyaga and Nwannia. The Nnewi is a town in Anambra that has the concentration of billionaires. If you don't know, Ibeto, Innocent, Cosmas Madoka, Capital Oil, who is now Ifanyoba, who is now a senator, all of them are from Nnewi. Nnewi is a small town in Anambra, but all of them, without exception, has something in common. They served someone. If we will know politics, if we will know politics by voting for someone who doesn't understand equity, who doesn't understand tolerance or national cohesion, then we don't want to know that type of politics. We know you want to be free to determine your own path and your own political choices, but you haven't gotten that balls yet. That is what Nigeria is. As long as we haven't started trimming nails and doing megat for a living, we will still walk around with our shoulders high. That we stood for something that you will not have the ball to stand up for in many years to come. The same people you say knew no politics were the same people that casted their vote in Okota to say that they've rejected this man and they've rejected him. Anything. They've rejected him. And that is Buhari. Yet, the same people you say have no voting power, no voting pattern, you went to Okota to burn the votes after they have voted. And no one said these centers were cancelled, that the vote will be recounted. Up to today, it didn't happen. If you know that Ndigbo, we say it in Igbo, we were already pregnant before we started having sex. Meaning, self-help since after the war in 1970, we were given only 20 pounds, irrespective of how much you had in the bank. And we built the Igbo nation back again when the federal government destroyed everything that Igbos had. But 3 years, in 3 years, everything was destroyed. Their money taken. Yet, they've risen again. Check out Ndigbo everywhere they are in this world. All they ask for. They don't want to take yours. Zamfara, keep yours. Kaduna, keep yours. Ogun, Bayelsa, anybody keep yours. All Ndigbo asks for is equity, to keep theirs. Is it too much to ask? Some of you say you did not vote for Buhari, yet you want to rip from APC. It is actually ridiculous. If Ndigbo in the last election gave Buhari a total of 27% of total vote to cast, okay? And if they have done that, that means you have a gradual progression. Remove Buhari and bring somebody who is a progressive. Let us do this exercise. In 2023, let them bring Osibanjo and see if Osibanjo will not score 50 to 60% in all states in the southeast. That will to show you that the problem is not APC, that the problem is the man Buhari, who does not like Ndigbo, and Ndigbo are not in the business of liking, to equally like him. So, let him do his governance. Give the Ndigbo the dues due to them in Nigeria as a state. If Buhari is so... You see why Igbos don't bother, actually? They don't bother who stays at that top. After all, there was a time Anyim was there. How did he change the life of an average Igbo man? It is a conspiracy of the elite. How does Buhari, being the president, change the happenings in Daura or in Katsina? While Buhari was delivering a speech honoring Abiola in Abuja, bandits were in his state kidnapping one of the emirs. Now the emir is being kidnapped. Do not forget that Buhari's in-law that was still kidnapped is still with the bandits up to you speak today. Now tell me, of what benefit is the presidency to the people of Katsina? Has Buhari built a single secondary school or primary school in Katsina? What benefit is the presidency to Katsina? What is it that they have benefited in the last 4 years? People, wake up, wake up. Equity is the key word. Let everybody live. Let Hausa live and let Igbo live. Let Yoruba live. Let Efik live. Let Ibibio live. Let us respect one another and come with equity. Let us allow people to make their choices. It is a political choice. If you remember, Scotland actually voted to leave the United Kingdom. By narrow margin, they didn't win. Yet, United Kingdom has not crucified Scotland. Scotland gets even more because now they are trying to appease them, to make them see reason why they should be in the union. But the reverse is the case in Nigeria. Whenever you raise your head and say, I don't think this is working right, they will call you a secessionist, that you want to destroy Nigeria. If it means everything breaking down in Nigeria, that we will come together and talk about how do we fix it, or everybody to your tent, O Israel. Let me tell Nigerians, if push come to shove, Ndigbo with 5 states and with some of them in Delta and the rivers, even if the ones in Delta and the rivers don't want to join, when push come to shove, the Igbo nation can survive. The Igbo nation is equal to what the Malays did to the Singaporeans. Today, Singapore has overtaken Malaysia, even China. China cannot even compete with Singapore. Yet, Singapore is 3/4 of Anambra State alone and has about 5 million citizens. Yet, when you talk about the best 10 economies in the world, the best 10 countries in the world, you cannot but count Singapore. It is time that Nigeria looks to the way he treats Ndigbo. We are not begging, but all we ask for, equity. Equity. God bless you. Subscribe to the channel. This is Njenje Media Channel.